Good evening. Today is Thursday, April 17th, 2025. Update for Monday the 21st. All right, let's go. Well, let's keep this one in here. There are a few shorts. A lot of shorts are kind of wide and loose, and there's a lot of issues on the short side, but there are quite a few in here, and we may jockey for position, meaning that we might swap this one out or, of course, add some new ones on. But for now, let's just stick with it and this one and take things, you guessed it, one day at a time. By the way, market is closed on Friday. It's Good Friday. And before I forget, happy Easter to those who celebrate. Anyway, so let's just keep the UNM for now. We'll take a look at the portfolio in just 1 second. Here's a UNM. I like it because it's at a high level and it hasn't broken down yet. A lot of these other stocks in here have already in the second or third legs down, but still relatively high levels, and that's why they're in the Landry list. Shorts are a little wide and loose, or the market overall is a little wide and loose with a lot of these stocks. That's one of the issues that we're facing. But these stocks in this list do look like they're in trouble, and that's why they're in the short list. Flag means they're short, in case you're new to the service. Let's take a look at the portfolio, and then we'll pop out to the overall market. AGI coming in a little bit. Just make sure you don't split hairs. We get back above 31 or 31-ish, somewhere near. Go ahead and lock and load on the IPT. Kind of Flatsville and CL. And same thing for TPL. A little bit of a rally there, but inside day and very narrow range trading. I won't get too excited about that. Still looks like it's in trouble long term. In fact, it's still in the early phases of rolling over. Let's take a look at the overall market. And not a tremendous amount to report today. There's a few things I want to point out, but for the most part, narrow inside day. P's were pretty much Flatsville after chopping around quite a bit. Maybe this is indicative of pre-holiday trading. Who knows? But anyway, major signals such as the death cross have happened, and then we had a TFM 10% system, as you know, trigger, and so on and so forth. If you get bored, take a look at the newsletter this weekend, or just go to my homepage and read the articles on the TFM 10% and what keeps you up at night. Flesh out a lot of those things in those two articles. Anyway, inside day for the NASDAQ 2, Flatsville. After all was said and done, a lot more was said than done there. And finally, the Rusty, as far as indices, actually bounced a little bit, but nothing to get excited about. Pretty serious downtrend remains intact there so far. Just pulling back a little bit. Gold, a commodity, coming in a little tiny bit of a TKO-ish type of move into this gap. Kind of hanging in there for the most part, though. Gold stock's getting hit a little bit harder, but so far just beginning to pull back. So if we have another run higher, again, make sure you don't split hairs on locking and loading on the AGI. EFA shares ran out of a little steam in here, but they've been kind of going straight up as of late. They still look like they could be in trouble longer term, though. This just looks like a big picture retrace for now. I wouldn't get too excited about that just yet. As you go through the sectors, like I've been saying quite a bit, throw a dart. Most are looking pretty ugly at best. There's banks just pulling back from lows. The mags, as you know, has been looking pretty ugly, selling off out of this little pullback in here. Major drugs so far just pulling back from this big slide. So most areas remain in downtrends other than the goals. Most areas have just pulled back as of late. Semiconductors turning back down in here. They look poised, like the indices themselves, to come down here and challenge their recent lows. One thing of interest is the fact that bonds turned back down. Looks like at the least will come challenge these recent lows. I sure would like to see bonds bottom out. That would make me feel a little bit better. But getting back to the sectors, again, throw a dart. Just pretty much most sectors looking like they're in a lot of trouble. Something like insurance I like, on the short side at least, because it made this deep retrace and now it's stalling out. This suggests at the least that it has the potential to come down and challenge its old lows. Obviously nothing certain in this business, but that's just what it looks like. Everybody have a fantastic weekend, and if you celebrate again, happy Easter. We'll talk again on Monday, if not sooner. I will be checking in throughout the weekend, though. We're not leaving town, so I should be here if you guys need any help with anything. If not, enjoy your weekend, and again, happy Easter if you celebrate. Thank you so much.